Hello, and welcome to BBQCoach.com's Design and Construct Your Own Outdoor Kitchen video. My name is William Garner. I am the founder of Bbq Coach. For over 10 years, my company has been helping families across America to design and construct their own outdoor kitchens, saving them thousands of dollars. In this video, I'm going to show you step-by-step how not only to design your own outdoor kitchen, but to using Bbq Coach modulars to step-by-step complete your own outdoor kitchen all the way through completion. This is the best video ever produced to build your own outdoor kitchen. We're leaving nothing left unsaid. Everything is shown in this video: how to spray on a stucco finish, stone veneer, how to arrange your different appliances. Everything is in this video. Let's get started. Okay, we're now in the backyard of our on-site consultation. And the first most important thing when designing an outdoor kitchen is location. By choosing the right location, you and your family will use this outdoor kitchen many, many times. But if you put it too far away from your house in a secluded area where it's too far to transportate the food back and forth from your indoor kitchen, you're never going to use this thing. So this location is going to decide everything about how much use you get out of this outdoor kitchen. So the first rule in outdoor kitchen design is to keep it close to your house. Keep it close and try to make it an extension of your indoor house as an outdoor room. Don't try to think of it as a separate area. Try to make it as an expansion of your indoor home. The next step that's very important is to keep it convenient. You're going to prep some of your food inside of your house in your indoor kitchen. And you might make 2 or 3 trips back and forth getting beverages, getting your hamburgers and stuff from inside. So keep it close, keep it convenient. The other thing is when you're having a party to entertain is that you want to keep the party in one place. So it's nice to have the outdoor kitchen close to the patio where your table is so that it feels like one big group rather than dividing the group into 2 different places where you might have the cook left all alone and no one out there with them. So you want to kind of keep the party all in one place. The next thing I do when doing an on-site consultation is I look at the visual appeal of where we're going to put this outdoor kitchen. How's it going to look from the rear sliding door when I come out from the house? How does it look through the windows from the back bedrooms and the living room? I want it to look as nice as possible from indoors. And in addition to that, I always try to use some type of exterior lighting to make this a showpiece that I can see at nighttime from inside my house. Now, another very important part of designing your outdoor kitchen is privacy. When people are sitting here at your bar table and they're eating their hamburger, they don't want to look next door and see the neighbor watching you from the porch up there. So you might have to put some type of screening, maybe a pergola or some type of plants as a screen. So consider privacy as well. Now lastly, as we have all that, the next thing I look for is utilities. Where am I going to get my natural gas line to power my grill? Is it going to be easy for me to dig a trench in the dirt to bring the natural gas out to the grill? Or am I going to have to cut a big trench through my concrete slab patio to do this? So that's a question. How am I going to get the utility electricity over here? Now, most outdoor kitchens these days, they require a separate circuit from your fuse box. You've got warming drawers, refrigerators. All of these things require a lot of power. So they usually require a separate line of electricity. So we need to know how we're going to get that from your breaker box out here. Also, if you're going to put in a sink, most people don't consider it a real outdoor kitchen without a sink these days. Where are you going to drain the water to? You'll have to check with your building department and see if they require you to connect to the mainline sewer to drain your water. Now, if you don't have that requirement, you can build a special ditch that would collect your drain water because you don't use the outdoor sink too much. That's an expensive way to drain the water. But if it requires to be connected to the main sewer, then you're going to have to find out about that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. This is the intended area for the outdoor kitchen. Our first question is, where will we get our natural gas line from? The homeowners have told me that the natural gas stub is over to the left side of their house in this area. So it appears that we have an easy area to dig a trench through the dirt all the way out to our intended site. Now, if we had concrete through this intended site and we had to hire a contractor to cut through the concrete to make a trench to get our gas line out to the outdoor kitchen, it would be very expensive, and we may consider going with a propane-powered grill. But in this case, we have a great way to dig a trench. Now, we would like to try to use that same trench to run our electrical lines. And it just happens that the breaker box is over this block wall out on the left side of the house here. So we can run a separate circuit all the way out from that breaker box. Now, you'll need to consult with an electrician for the proper gauge wire to carry the electricity out this distance and hook it up to your breaker box. And you would consult with a plumber to run the natural gas line. So those are two things that we need to consider when planning our outdoor kitchen. Now, the next thing we would do is go ahead and take a tape measure, and we would measure off the width and depth of this area and take that into our drawing pad so we know what size area we have to work with to come up with some possible designs. So you go ahead and measure this area and try to make some drawings. Okay, I've got my note paper and my measuring tape. I'm measuring out from the wall how many feet we have here to work with. And it looks like we have about 13 feet. So I write that down, 13 feet out to here. And then I'll go ahead and measure to the rear wall here. And let's see, we can come out here about 12 feet. So I'll go ahead and make a note of that. So we've got an area of 12 by 13 to work with. So now let's go inside and make up a design to fit this space. Let's review the design standards for outdoor kitchens. A standard food prep counter ranges in height from 36 to 38 inches. 36 inches is the ideal finished height, but because some under-counter refrigerators can be higher than others, you may have to go up to 38 inches to fit the fridge underneath your countertop. But 38 inches is still fine. Bar counters. A bar counter should range in a finished height of 42 to 44 inches. I'm 5 foot 8 inches tall, and a 42-inch bar counter is perfect for people my height. If you're over 6 feet tall, then maybe the 44-inch would be better. But that is a standard height by landscape design architects, 42 to 44 for bar counters. And your bar counter depth should be a minimum of 12 inches to a maximum of 18 inches. More than 18 inches and you lose the structural integrity of your frame. So you don't want to go past 18-inch bar